Hello, I'm Jorge Briceño, Director of Instructional Television for KLCS, and welcome to Reform the LA Way with Los Angeles Unified School District Board President Mónica Garcîa. On today's episode, we discuss the important role of leadership at our schools, specifically the critical roles that principals and lead teachers play in getting our students to graduate and achieve. We'll be joined a little later in our program by Principal Maricela Ramirez and lead teacher Martin Buckman, both from East LA Renaissance Academy. But first, a chance to talk with Board President Mónica Garcîa about what's happened in the LAUSD over the past month. Mónica, welcome.
Thank you. Jorge, it's exciting to start another season of Reform the LA Way. I'm so excited that we get to start another school year with more graduation in store, with more folks focused on what kids need for teaching and learning. And it's an exciting time to be at the district because there's a lot of conversation about what's happening at each school to support students. So it's great.
And we've had a lot of good news over the last month, and I'd like to get your thoughts on some of these. API, STAR tests, what do you think?
Well, we know tests don't tell the whole story, but we know that 19 points for LAUSD growing is tremendous. And it makes me remember Ramon Cortines, that he would say, "I told you, Monica, we could do this." And we went up in every grade level, in every school, and it's system-wide. And so you're seeing a turnaround, and it reminds me about what John Dacey said at his administrator's speech. He said there's a system that is collapsing or dying or ending, and there's one that's emerging. And when I think about that, I think about Ray and John as educators and leaders. They knew and they know that kids want to succeed, and the system has to change so that we can get to those needs. And the scores tell us LAUSD has to do more. I like saying further, faster, and I know I'm quoting John Dacey, but it means that we're getting it done. And even though the environment is difficult with resources, and even though many, many schools are challenged in lots of ways, there's a focus on what this district is about, and more of our kids are getting to proficiency.
Right.
Third graders now 40% proficient in English language arts, whereas 3 years ago we were at 29. That's change. Graduation, we went up by 1%. We're now at 56%. This is where we tell everybody further, faster, because we just can't wait. We welcomed the class of 25 to our kindergarten.
2025?
2025, yes. 2025 is in our kindergarten, and we're building the school district that can help more than 56% of the kids finish.
Can you give folks viewing at home sort of a sense of what it takes? Because it's great to say 19 points, but you know, some folks don't realize what a dramatic impact or leap that is when you're talking about a system that measures these incremental changes.
Yeah, so never before has LAUSD outpaced the state of California in growth, both in mathematics and English language arts. And for us to reach double digits and get close to 20% improvement, it means that at every school, people are doing more with less, that at every school, teachers are talking to each other about what is Jorge doing and how do we help Jorge, and how is what we're doing for Jorge different from what's good for Barry. And it means that LAUSD is trying to move the barriers out of the way. You know, it's not what Central wants. It has to be what is good at your local school. And it's a difficult environment.
Sure.
But so it means people are rising to the challenge. It means people care a lot about our students and about our schools, and it means that more and more partners are coming to the table to support our kids. And really it's about teachers doing phenomenal work and talking to parents about how to support their kids. And it really is, when you think about the attendance factor, more people are coming to work every day, more students are coming to school every day. It does make a difference, and it helps us on the budget front, and it helps us mostly on that achievement front. And we're seeing the differentiation. We're seeing that English learners moved at, also gained 20 points.
Right.
So I guess what it means to people is it is very possible to transform the LAUSD. We're not where we want to be. But as John Dacey says, we're not where we used to be either.
And I'm glad you came back today, because I was going to bring you back. The last time we saw each other was at the superintendent's kickoff address. And there's two things that stood out from his address, and I wanted to get your thoughts on it. One of the things he said is that LAUSD is America only sooner. And I thought, you know, that really encapsulates a lot of what we're trying to do, and a lot of the fact that we are leading that charge both in reform and in getting inner city kids, under-resourced communities to achieve. Your thoughts?
Yeah, so I think it means America's finest moment is about opportunity. And in LAUSD, we have that. We have a great opportunity to really make an impact on the city, the state, the country. I think when we think about national security, economic development, our people working, our students college ready, workforce prepared, it's happening right here. And that transformation is something that not only is there more poverty in the world, and at LAUSD, 77% of our kids qualify for free and reduced lunch, but we're 91% kids of poverty. And we can kids of color, we're 91% kids of color. And when he says America only sooner, we're challenged greatly. We have been reset economically, but the opportunity to really make that American dream a reality for kids, that they count, that they matter, that we're going to invest in them, and that they are our future, it's all in real time right here.
And, you know, we have some guests that we're going to talk about. I want to get one more question in with you, or one more item in with you. Tell us a little bit about the early calendar that is going to go into effect next year.
Sure. So Superintendent Cortines allowed about 16 or 18 schools that said, we want to do something different. And he wanted to make sure that we were putting choice into LAUSD. And we found that that is a good calendar for students. We found that families like having the semester cut before the Christmas holiday or the winter holiday. And we said last year, we can't do it for everybody last year, but we're going to do it next year. And so our commitment is to every student to have them be on the best calendar that supports their academic achievement. And that means early start in LAUSD for the school year 2012. I'm
gonna hold you to something that we talked about, and that is, I'm gonna come back to that question, because I just want a really brief answer on how is that going to then impact achievement.
We're gonna be on the best calendar possible, more aligned with colleges, and it means everybody starts sooner, and we get a chance to plan together and to be on a calendar that supports achievement by lining up the days of the testing, by lining up the holidays, by embracing the calendar that colleges use.
Well, I think we'll have a chance to come back to that in future episodes, but right now we're going to take a brief break, and when we return, we'll be back with Principal Marisela Ramirez and lead teacher Martin Buckman. Please stay tuned.
Today's event is I'm In campaign for Los Angeles Unified School District. I'm In is a universal, almost a slogan that we want to adopt in LAUSD. I'm in for eating right. I'm in for exercising. I'm in for attending school. I'm in for graduating. I'm in for being a good member of the community. It's encompassing to help the students become all that they can be. And as the Director of Food Services, we're emphasizing a new menu was revealed today, and it's mainly plant-centric. It's all fresh fruits and vegetables. We've changed the look of school lunch. The whole reason is so that we can help students do better in school and get away from the old image of school lunch food's not good.
Salvadorian beef, influential of El Salvador, sweet potatoes, carrots, onions, celery, and plantains. Different. K-12, very different. Plantains are inside, makes it really sweet and inspires all the other meats, all hand cut. Yakisoba, Japan, and flavors of chilies and tomatoes and mushrooms, bell peppers, and sugar snap peas, which you could all see provide the color and all the flavors. Sweet potato fries, and very interesting, and fun vegetable curry.
AC Green is here. He's here to help teach them and show them how to exercise fun. He's teaching some camps. We have a climbing wall over here, showing the young people that exercise. Get away from that computer all the time. Get away from the video games. Get out and do something every day for a couple of hours every day and exercise. It's important to lifelong wellness.
And I want you to be a whole player. I want you to be a complete player who can play offense, defense, who can go to your left and right. But at the same time, I don't want you to just be a basketball or a sports person. I want you to not only be a good athlete, but I also want you to be a good person. And that's what our character educators and coaches are going to help talk to you about.
It's important. I mean, camps are life lessons. You know, you teach character development inside of basketball. And so I love having a chance to really get involved with kids and try and teach them elements that's going to help them for life. It's not just about being fit, as important as that is, but learning about life and how to make good quality decisions. You can learn through sports, and that's what I like having my camps do. LAUSD, I thank you, for in the sense of really being a part of doing an I'm In campaign and really having the initiative to really want to and put your money where your mouth is, as well as your educators where their mouth is, and really get out and try and do something very positive for our kids in our community. It's almost 1 million kids that you come in contact with, but the important thing is you're trying to do it. It's up to the kids and to the families to receive, but you're offering, and that's what I really like.
Welcome back to Reform the LA Way. Joining us now is East LA Renaissance Academy Principal Maricela Ramirez and lead teacher Martin Buckman to discuss the critical role of leadership from a school site perspective. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
And I'd like to start with finding out a little bit more about your school. Tell us its story and its uniqueness. What makes East LA Renaissance Academy so special?
Well, the Renaissance Academy is one of 5 pilot schools at the Esteban E. Torres High School. And we are unique because we have a focus on urban planning and design. So a lot of the time when parents come to us or students and they say, what is Renaissance? We tell them it's really about East Los Angeles. And it's really about making East Los Angeles the place that we all love and just making it better for everybody together. Renaissance is a place, I think, that really focuses on like the love of the community. And it's really a special place.
And if I remember my French 1A, that's rebirth, right? So it sounds like you've got a rebirth of East LA.
Right, exactly. And the community is something that the students know really, really well. So why not start there? And that was the thinking about the urban planning and design. Community, neighborhood, and where kids could actually be problem solvers. They know their communities. And that was the start. In terms of why we're so unique, there's one answer right there for you.
We were talking earlier about the Renaissance of East LA includes the Garfield story, that we're celebrating Garfield going up 75 points on the API. First time ever the East Side is leading. And the Torres campus has now been open for 1 whole year, correct? So this is year 2.
That's right.
Tell us what it's like. Tell us a little bit of the history. Small school, on the first school in East LA in 85 years, and you allowed Garfield to come off year round, right?
That's correct.
And you all were part of the plan 5 pilot schools together.
Public
Talk a little bit
choice.
about that creation.
Yes?
Well, I think Martin will have to take the lead on that because actually I was not part of that creation of the original design team.
So we went through the public school choice process, and by the way, it was probably the best professional development I've ever been through. After 25 years in the classroom, I thought it was just great. It was organic. Sat down with a group of teachers and thought about where should this school go, what should it focus on, every aspect of creating a school. And long story short, the thumbs came up and we were given the keys to the kingdom, so to speak.